Welcome to Risk SA TV. We're here at the first day of the PSG Konsult conference. We're speaking to CEO Francois Gouws. Welcome, Francois. You said you're very pleased with the company's performance and the performance of the portfolios. Take us through the highlights of the three divisions over the last year.
So the overall business grew its earnings by 44%. We've got three principal divisions. Our wealth management division grew earnings just over 30%. And then, of course, we've got the asset management division and the insurance division, and both of those grew their earnings just above 70%. So I think the entire portfolio did well, and we're very pleased with the results.
Fantastic. You also mentioned that there are a lot of factors influencing your business and advisors at the moment. Take us through the major challenges that people are facing now.
Well, I think there's four things that we think about. The first is clearly we're a firm that's influenced by markets and asset prices. We're an equity-dependent firm. South Africa's got an equity culture, and we've been in an elongated bull market. So clearly your view of how that will move forward is very, very important to the firm. The second is that the demographics are changing, particularly the black component, middle income component of the market is growing extremely rapidly and becoming by far the largest in the South African market. So that's an area which you have to pay attention to, and you have to add value to that component and deal with that. The third area that we always think about is regulation. Clearly, regulation everywhere in the world is on the increase, and we have to deal with that. Our advisors have to deal with it. They have to understand it, and we have to reposition our business such that we deal with the dynamically changing environment and obviously apply that consistently across our overall franchise. And I think the last point that we watch out for is in South Africa, we have to pay attention to our competitors. Our observation of what the competitors are doing is trying to be all things to all people. There's a number of examples of monoline businesses which are extending their product range. And there's a number of examples where banks or insurance companies are moving to become financial services conglomerates, and that has a whole host of implications for a firm such as ours. So those are the things that we monitor on an ongoing basis, but for various reasons, we feel we're very well positioned to deal with all of those factors.
Fantastic. You did mention that's a lot of stuff for advisors to keep in mind. And you mentioned that your bigger franchises are growing quickly and doing very well. What are some of the secrets of success there? Why are they doing so well?
Yes, I mean, we've got 610 advisors across South Africa in 193 offices serving approximately 150,000 clients. And having looked at the offices and looked at the advisors, it's become obvious to us that our larger offices tend to be more profitable and they also grow quicker. There are a number of reasons for that. They have specialization in those offices. They can share the administrative burden. And there's also a degree of specialization. And I think that's what's required. I mean, I think the market, particularly the markets which we serve, which is wealthy or high net worth individuals, are pretty demanding, and they require specialization. I think that's what we see with our larger offices, which is why, over and above increasing the number of advisors and offices that we have in South Africa, we're also spending a lot of time building efficiency in our businesses and making the offices larger to allow for that specialization which our clients demand.
Great. Any parting shot for advisors gathered here today and those who can't be here, what they need to look out for in 2014 and where they can excel?
I think there's always challenges, but challenges has its own opportunities. And I think if you're positive and you take a positive view on South Africa, which is most certainly what we are, I think you can do really well. But you have to do your homework and you have to understand the challenges that you're facing. Provided you do that, I think you can flourish.
Thanks very much for joining us here. For Risk SA TV, I'm Christy van der Merwe.